Hi, I'm Naya Calmels. Welcome to Mindful Movement. I believe that movement is medicine, and today I'll be showing you variations of leg circles to get the leg moving in the hip joint to keep your hips healthy. Come join me lying on your back. Now that you're lying on your back, I'll show you a few different variations of leg circles in this position. If you have an elastic band, this is also really helpful. So we'll start with the right leg. Draw your right leg up towards the ceiling and then place your band around the bottom of the foot. Allow the upper body to relax as much as possible. And as you inhale, draw length into the spine, rib cage down into the floor. As you exhale, you're going to use your lower abs to keep the pelvis stable as you start to circle the leg. And as you circle the leg, you're just holding the band either in your right hand or in both hands. You'll notice my opposite leg is bent. It helps me have a little bit more stability and allows my lower back to be a little bit more supported. If you want more of a challenge, you'll straighten the leg on the floor, reach through the heel. Let's take our circles in the other direction. And for right now, my foot's relaxed, my leg's in parallel, and I'm just making small circles from the top of the leg in the hip joint. If I want to get a little bit more range of motion, we'll take our circles the other direction now. I'll externally rotate the leg and sweep the leg around, and then internally rotate for the last part of the circle. So external rotation for the first part, internal rotation for the second part of the circle. We'll switch to do it on the other side. Starting with the opposite leg bent, sole of the foot on the floor, making our little circles, foot relaxed, leg in parallel. Notice your stabilizing knee stays in line with the second toe. Sometimes as we start moving one leg, the other leg wants to help us with balance. So you'll use your inner thighs to keep the knees in alignment with the feet. And then change the direction of your circles going the other way. And as you continue circling the leg, just check in with the rest of the body. Neck is relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. Pelvis is stable. And then if you want more challenge, you'll reach the leg that's on the floor out, reaching through the heel. Again, keeping the second toe in line with the knee. And then we'll change the direction of our circles and we'll add in that rotation. Externally rotating for the first part of the circle, internally rotating as we sweep the leg across midline. We'll do one more circle in this direction and then change directions. And let's go the other way. So notice that if I let my pelvis start to move, you would see a lot of movement happening here. Keep the pelvis stable and keep the circles small. You can always make them bigger over time as you get a little bit more practice with these. All right, so a couple different variations there, lying on your back. We're going to remove the band. The band was meant to support us, so if you want to add on more challenge without changing your body position, you can do the same thing we just did without the band. We're going to lie on our side, and in the side lying position, we won't need the band. You're going to keep length through the spine. You're going to draw the legs out nice and long, and then draw the top leg up to hip height. From here, let the foot relax, and hips stay stacked, lower belly drawn to spine, length through the side body. And small little circles here. And as you circle it, once again, you're focusing on the top of the leg and where it meets the cup of the pelvis. You're letting the head of the leg massage around in that cup and then switch directions. Notice the work happens at the hip joint, so the foot just gets to relax, ankle is relaxed. In this position, you're working against gravity, which makes it a little bit more challenging. You'll also probably feel more of the work on the outer part of your hip as you're resisting gravity. Bring the leg down. We'll switch to the other side. When you do these on your own and they become a little bit more practiced in your body, you'll want to work up to about 10 to 20 reps in each direction. And you might decide to do a few sets of them. Kind of feel it out in your own body, decide what works best for you. Small little circles here. And then oftentimes when we're focusing on what's happening in the legs or the feet, we tend to look down, which starts to draw the neck out of alignment. So once you get the hang of things, keep your gaze straight in front of you. And switch the direction of your circles. Check in with that foot, see if it can get any more relaxed. Make the work happen in the hip joint. And one more circle here, and then we'll go into our final position. So for our last and more advanced position, we'll be on all fours, keeping length in the spine. Make sure that you're drawing your lower belly to keep your lumbar spine or lower spine long in particular. I'm going to move this out of my way. And then on your next exhale, lift the belly as you reach the right leg back behind you. Toes are pointed. Shoulder blades are wide. And keep hips square to the floor as you reach the leg up, lifting it off the floor. Focus most on lifting through the back of the leg versus how high the leg is actually lifting. So you're really energized through the back of the leg. You're going to make little tiny circles here. This is the most challenging because it's really difficult to keep your hips square to the floor as you do this. Keep your circles small and then switch directions going the other way. And then we'll bring the toes down to the floor and draw the knee under the hip. Switching to the other side, reach left leg back behind you, toes pointed. On your next exhale, draw belly to spine as you allow the leg to extend and float up off the floor, and start with your little tiny circles here. We'll just do 2 more in this direction and then change directions. Keep length through the back of your neck, shoulder blades wide. Don't forget to change directions if you haven't done so already. And we'll just do 2 more circles here for 1 and 2. And then keep reaching through the back of the leg as you bring the toes down to the floor and draw the knee back underneath the hips. You might decide to take a child's pose after this, just stretching out the spine, allowing the forehead to rest on the floor. And then come on up out of your child's pose, and you're done with our different variations of leg circles for today. As you come out of your child's pose, make your way to your most comfortable seated position. Ground down through your sits bones and lengthen through your spine. On your next inhale, sweep arms up overhead. And on your exhale, bring palms together and to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for leg variations. I hope you move mindfully throughout the rest of your day.